Christmas, I guess.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? It's been a year, my glow-up's likely saying Happy Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, yeah, I meant it.
So I think about a week ago or something, someone sent me this comment. Hey Chris, can you try to hack AI music platforms like Suno, Udio to generate the original songs that they supposedly trained on, right? So I wanted to try this out. So yeah, a while back I did actually do this, and I think it's time to do the video because, as you probably saw in the intro, there are some serious similarities with the original songs. So today I'm just gonna tell a story like how I did this and how I came to this conclusion. And to be honest, it wasn't really much work. I'm just gonna walk you through this because I think this is a bit too much. This is way too revealing, right? But let's just do it and let's just see what the reaction is gonna be from this. And yeah, let's just get into it. The first thing I did was to think about what songs are like 100% in the training data, and I wanted to do like a modern artist too. But I wanted to start with like, this song is guaranteed in the training data. And I picked this song here from VAM, Last Christmas. This gets played every single year, and this has to be in the training data, right? So this was an easy pick for me. We could have picked other songs too, but yeah, I just went with this. So I thought, if we're gonna trigger something in the model, we have to maybe get the lyrics. I tried to actually pass on I just copied the lyrics, right, straight up. And I tried to pass them on to, yeah, it's gonna be Suno. If you're not familiar, we're gonna try this on Suno. But let me show you what happens if we pass the straight lyrics now into Suno. Okay, so you can see now we have added all the brackets into our lyrics here. We have kind of the intro, chorus, verse, and everything, right? And the style is going to be 80s Christmas song. So let's try to run this now and see what happens. So as you can see, nothing happens. We can just do this straight up. So we're going to listen to the results now. So I'm going to play just, yeah, I don't know, 15 seconds from this first song here called Aha. And let's just listen to, we just copied the lyrics straight into Suno, 80s Christmas song. Let's hear how that sounds.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my...
Okay, so you can hear, I kinda already hear the VAM song, right? At least the way they say the lyrics. But I wanted to take this step a bit further. So the next thing I did is I went to, yeah, ChatGPT thinking, or ChatGPT. And I played around with kind of getting a modern 80s feel Christmas sound. So I asked for what kind of tags does this typical songs need to be these typical 80s songs, and it came up with these tags here. So let's hear what changes now if we grab these tags here and go back to Suno and put them in styles here instead of 80s Christmas songs. So now we have a modern 80s Xmas pop, you know, yeah, you get the point. So let's just run this and let's hear the difference here.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Yeah, this is so close to the original. It's not exactly the original, but there is very similar, right? So this is kind of what I discovered right away. I heard that, yeah, this is basically the song, right? But I wanted to take it a step further, and I wanted to try to see if we can actually extract some of the, yeah, features of like a modern artist. So I picked Sabrina, Carpenter, And I wanted to see what we can do with that. I started on ChatGPT, and I asked, like, kind of what is her style, right? What is Sabrina's style? I don't know what you can call it in music, how she performs, right? So let's try to merge this with the tags we already have, right? So I'm just gonna grab this. So I'm just gonna merge this style of singing, right? And max with the Xmas song style, max 1,000 characters. Okay, so let's see what we end up here, and let's try that out. That is, yeah, I did that. Okay, so we get these tags here, so let's hear the difference now. If we copy that, we go back here, we change the styles, and let's run it again. Okay, so let's have a listen here.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Okay, I think we have a more modern voice here, right? So what I did after I did this, I did something on Suno that's called persona. And I added the Sabrina persona, okay? I just wanted to see what happens if I kind of saved this type of voice. And from that, I thought, what else can we do? Okay? And I saw something. Let me show you. The first thing I did is I took kind of the original Last Christmas lyrics and I tried to modernize it by using ChatGPT. So if you look at the original lyrics is, but the very next day you gave it away. And the modernized lyrics with ChatGPT was, but the very next day you ghosted away. And we have this, you really did, like background vocals, I think. And this was some subtle changes we made to the text just to make it feel more modern, okay? And from that, you can see here I added something behind the chorus. I did like a dash and Sabrina. And I even took this a bit further. I did like, let me show you, if you go back to Suno, we can do something like dash, and I did Sabrina, Carpenter, something like that. Because if you do like Sabrina Carpenter, this gets flagged. But if I did like a lot of E's behind here, yeah, I had no issues with this. So this is kind of what we ended up with then, right? You can see we have kind of our intro with Sabrina Carpenter, and we have the brackets here with kind of the spoken vocal cords. And this just brings everything together, I found out. And I would say it didn't really take much effort. But let's listen to some parts now and just compare it with the original. So one thing I noticed, if we look at the lyrics from the VAM Last Christmas, it doesn't have a bridge, right? There's no bridge here. But ChatGPT did actually generate a bridge here. You can see we have, where is it? I guess it's here, bridge, right? And I gotta give it some credit here because this bridge was really good and I think it really fits the modern version of this song. So let me just play you this bridge here and we can kind of listen to, at least I think this sounds pretty cool.
This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Special, someone who actually replies. I'll give it to someone special who gives me something in return. Honestly, there in my mind, don't let it burn. I'll give it to someone special.
So actually I think that bridge was pretty good, right? I'm no musician, but I kind of liked it. I thought it fit pretty well and I'm pretty impressed. But it's like if you look at kind of the last chorus here, and I want to check out verse 2. So if we go to VAM and listen to verse 2 of the original song here, you can see the chorus is a crowded room, friends with tired eyes, I'm hiding from you and your soul of ice. And our lyrics, verse 2 is a crowded room, fake smiles and tired eyes, I'm hiding from you and your new disguise. Yeah, I saw your post. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. And that is the same here. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. So we kind of changed up this second line here. And we also changed up this me. I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. So let's hear how verse 2 sounds from Vam here. Yeah, okay, so that was pretty, that's the original. It's much slower. So let's listen to kind of the suno version of verse 2 here.
A crowded room, fake smiles and tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your new disguise. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me.
Yeah, so you can hear, it's pretty much, it's actually the same kind of way of singing the song. It's faster. And it doesn't really do the same second lines in verse 2 here, but other than that, it's pretty similar, right? And I found it really interesting. But do we have anything else that was really... Maybe listen to the intro. I don't think that was too similar, right? So here's the original intro. So it's the 5 seconds. Okay, that was maybe not too similar, but overall, my conclusion with this is that I guess from the comments, it is actually possible to, I wouldn't call it hack or like prompt engineer, prompt inject, to get some, at least some of parts of the original training data out from these music generators. I had a lot of fun with this, and I think I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to do more songs. I haven't tried it yet, and I'm really curious to what I'm gonna find. So basically, just to wrap it up, just some simple work with ChatGPT to do some slight changes on the lyrics. I will say I did try to do like a more modern song. I guess I can show you. So yeah, just let's give it a chance, right? So let's do Blank Space by Taylor Swift. This should be, it has to be copyright protected in Suno. So I just went ahead here and I pasted in, yeah, the lyrics here. And I put like Taylor Swift behind here. So this is just the lyrics from the original lyrics, okay? So let's try to create this. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get flagged. It has to be, right? Yeah, you can see, couldn't generate that. Lyrics contain copyright material. So this is working pretty good. But let's see if we do some changes. So for the tags, I want to do a modern Max Martin pop song Taylor Swift style tags, just to get a different sound. And let's change up, I said modernize the lyrics from this song of Taylor Swift. So let's just grab the new lyrics here that is slightly changed. I don't know how much it's going to be changed, but it doesn't really matter. And let's paste it in here and let's see. And let's check back here on the tags. Max 1000 characters, okay. Okay, so let's just try this and see what happens. So if we go to the sound here, let's change that up. Yeah, perfect, 972. Let's see if this gets flagged. Okay, so that worked, right? So after playing around for a while, I ended up with this prompt line for the AI version of Blank Space. We did some changes to the lyrics, okay? We made some slight changes. Yeah, I guess we can blow it up here. You can see, let's check out the first verse here. The original is, I can show you incredible things. And in our version is, I can show you unreal things. So, not a lot of change. But I want to play the first verse and the first chorus. Okay, so let's start by listening to the original here. So let's do a few seconds of this. Okay, and let's do the version we did. Okay, so it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close if you ask me. Let's do a few more lines.
And I'll
Okay, so let's hear that on this version.
Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll type your name.
Okay, so it's similar, but it's not exactly, I guess. But it is interesting, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do with it. I haven't really thought much about it, but I just wanted to do a video on it because since that comment, I've been thinking about it, and to be honest, I was a bit surprised because it didn't really take much effort, especially this Christmas song we did. I guess I spent like an hour max, 30 minutes, hour to kind of almost recreate this, this Christmas song here, right?
Once bitten and twice shy. I keep my
It's some changes, but you would recognize this anywhere, I mean. So, I'm no music guy, I don't know much about music, but I knew enough to actually do this. So I'm really curious how many people have done this before. The people that really knows music, I need to use ChatGPT to get help to finding these tags. I don't know anything about what 1/8 of a note phrasing means. I don't know. 96 bits per minute, I know what that is, but I don't know what it means in regards to music, I guess. I guess it's the beats, but yeah, just a very interesting thing to look into. And I think there was some news lately. Let me show you. So you can see Universal Music Group and Udio, that's another AI-generated music, AI music platform, announced a strategic agreement for new licensed music creation platform. So I guess they are already threatening to sue for this. So don't sue me, but I'm just the messenger here. But basically, I kind of figured out that they maybe knew there were some parts of the training data coming out being maybe too close to the originals. At least I think we've proven this in this video, right? You agree? Let me know in the comments if you agree. But it is interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Suno. I love AI music generators. It's perfect for my YouTube channel. It's perfect to create different fun things I like to do with my friends on AI videos. But I don't want to rip off original songs. I want to create new music that is based on fair training data. I think that as a customer, it's to expect that at least, I guess. But if they make a deal, that's fine. I don't really care so much about the licensing. I'm not gonna make any money on it anyway, I guess. But I'm not gonna get into this. I don't follow this space too much. I just use it as a customer. But I found it super easy to kind of hack or prompt inject, prompt engineer this thing. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this fine? I don't know. Let me know. Have a good day.